So as we can see here, clearly Bitcoin is down a little bit. It's taken a little bit of a tumble. Ethereum as well, Tether, XRP, Bitcoin Cash. We go down further and we see red, a sea of red. So whenever there is market turmoil, whether that be in stocks, in futures, in commodities, in crypto, whatever it is, everything takes a little bit of a tumble. It's not huge, but what is the reason for this? Well, today we are discussing about Mr. Trump and his sickness. Let's roll the intro and let's get into it. My name is Michael Cubero. So today's major story is President Donald J. Trump getting infected with COVID-19. Along with FLOTUS First Lady of the United States, Melania Trump, I wish them well. I hope they get better. And for the naysayers out there, for the haters, I don't care what your political views are. I'm obviously more on the conservative side. But whether it was a Democratic president, a Republican president, a president from neither party who was sick, who is age 74 and is in an increased bracket for potential complications from COVID-19, regardless of whatever his political policies are, regardless of what he's done in the past. He's done good things, he's done bad things, he's done all the same things that all the previous presidents have done before him, in some ways better, in some ways worse. People who get too far into politics, stop and realize you are wasting your time, you're wasting your energy here. Get away from that politics, focus on yourself. And in situations like this, I don't care what's going on, Mr. Donald Trump is still the president of the United States of America. If he wins or if he loses the election or if whatever happens, until January or until something would happen, hopefully not, he is the president. And whoever is going to be the next president, hopefully everything's going to be A-okay. I don't understand why there's been such a backlash and people are like, aha, he deserved it. So we're not going to be getting into that, but I'm sure that a certain amount of people who are viewing this are definitely going to be like, And there's definitely going to be a lot of people who are on my side, where they realize that, hey, all of us have felt emotions, and these are hard emotions at times. But there's a few topics that you don't want to discuss around the dinner table, and I think that would apply for social media as well. This is a cryptocurrency channel, but hopefully we can spit some life truths here. Politics and religion most likely are not going to change that other person's opinion who you're debating, at least not in the moment. It's going to take a long time to change somebody's mind, if at all. They might not budge, and if they don't budge, they might go the opposite way. They might be detracted from this. So it's best to just ignore that, ignore the politics, look at it like, whoa, this is a crazy year, we've had a pandemic, and obviously since Donald J. Trump is the president, again, wish him all the best. Let's not focus on the elections right now. Let's just focus on him getting better so you can continue to protect and serve. But the markets have reacted. And it's not a huge reaction, but it is a reaction nonetheless. In the US markets, S&P 500 index has fallen over 2%. Gold is up 0.32%, and this is pretty common. So every time that the markets, the stocks, commodities, futures, everything goes down, gold sometimes goes down, but in most cases it actually stays where it was, or it goes up a little bit because people kind of view as gold, hey, you know, it's been around for thousands of years. It's a bit of a safer bet. It's not really an investment. It's more like, hey, if you've got a lot of money and you want to park money somewhere, it's a good place to go. Australia ASX is down 1.35%. Bitcoin is also down 1.9%, having fallen from 10,678 to around 10,400. The price action comes several hours after a 3.7% fall, and this is based on news that the US is indicting BitMEX owner Arthur Hayes and other company executives on charges that crypto trading platforms violated KYC, know your customer laws, and derivatives trading laws. Trump will quarantine probably for the next 2 weeks as he enters the final month of his re-election bid. His major party opponent, Democratic nominee and former VP Joe Biden, has been touring the Midwestern states following a debate with Trump on Tuesday. Everyone's getting tested. The most probable reason that Donald J. Trump did get infected is one of his aides actually got infected, and this was during travels. You know, there's a lot of stuff going on right now before elections. There's also been a huge amount of cases in the US and Poland, not so much over here, but the entire world felt this impact. Big or small, it was an impact. It was felt in London, in New York, in Japan, even in crypto. We also saw that when stocks fell during the initial panic phases back in early Q1, Q2, as soon as stocks started falling a bit, crypto was kind of like, whoa, what's going on? And then when stocks really started plunging and unemployment soared to all-time highs, at one point, America had over 40 million unemployed. Crypto also followed suit, but then it stabilized and then it had a rise. So, hey, can't look at the long term here during these small events. They're big at the moment, but they're going to be small in the history books unless something dramatic would happen on top of this. But there's another event, and this one was mentioned where BitMEX was charged by the US. So, BitMEX is currently registered in the Seychelles. It's one of the industry's biggest players. It's not the biggest, but it has been known for controversial practices. According to the U.S. Commodity Futures Trading Commission, prosecutors accused BitMEX of facilitating unregistered trading and other violations, including conducting significant aspects of its business from the U.S. and accepting orders and funds from U.S. customers. So that's a big no-no. If you are outside of the U.S., you still have to abide by the U.S. laws. And this is pretty crazy for people who are outside of the U.S., but even a simple case like me. I'm a foreign citizen. Technically, I am a citizen in Poland. I got dual citizenship, but I still have to pay taxes in America. It doesn't matter if I moved out of the States. It doesn't matter if I haven't been to the States in a long time. Even if I wasn't in the States for 20 plus years, unless I gave up my U.S. citizenship, I'd still have to pay taxes. And actually, there's a new law where even if you did renounce your citizenship, you still got to pay some fees. Well, now we're looking at a bigger picture here. They're not really chasing, a tax evader for $1,000. They're trying to chase a big Bitcoin derivatives exchange, BitMEX. News dominated cryptocurrency news headlines and sent traders and analysts scrambling to assess the damage and implications. So 23,000 Bitcoin were apparently withdrawn from BitMEX addresses in a single hour. In a single hour, 23,000 Bitcoin. BitMEX, led by CEO Arthur Hayes, said it intends to defend against the allegations vigorously, adding that the trading platform was operating normally and that all funds were safe. BitMEX is known for wrecking customers to get wrecked. BitMEX customers' thinly capitalized positions get liquidated in a series of rapid margin calls, exacerbating price swings that reverberated to other exchanges. If BitMEX's role in the markets were to diminish, that might mean fewer volatility inducing liquidations, which could be a good thing. Long term, it's so much better for the spot market, said Steve Ehrlich, CEO of Voyager Digital. Industry executives were quick to point out that some traders had apparently been shifting their allegiances recently to rival exchanges. However, we have to look at in the long run. It doesn't matter if an exchange falls here and there. We have to look at U.S. regulations and what they mean, because U.S. regulations were in part of the reason why 2018 Bitcoin and all the other cryptocurrencies started falling. So as much as we hate government, as much as we want to get away from regulation, it still is a big part of our lives. So BitMEX is going to be fighting against the anti-money laundering and against the anti-KYC laws, and also the charge of operating as an unregistered trading platform. So we're going to see how that goes. It wasn't a huge impact, but it did have an impact nonetheless. And alongside the news of Trump getting sick, well, it's been a wild ride over the past 24 to 48 hours, but that is that. At least the U.S. economy is recovering, so they added 661,000 jobs. It is below the 875,000 estimate, and it's slowing from August estimate. But more and more people are finding jobs, so that's a good thing. At least we're looking at some positives here. Stay focused, get building on businesses. If you're investing, stay safe in the markets. Don't overextend yourself, especially with options. Be careful with derivatives. Be careful with DeFi, and we shall see you in more videos. That is that, my friends. Ooh, and last thing, by the way, thank you to Low Roller Scratcher. He was the first individual who reported to me that Trump got the virus. It's not fake news. Well, thank you for that. I appreciate it. Hopefully you saw this. Hopefully you got that far. But yeah, that's that. Well, thank you guys for watching today's video. If you enjoyed that, please leave a like, comment, subscribe, and share. Share your opinion down below. It's very valuable. And we shall see you guys tomorrow in another video. We'll be live streaming over the next week.